are back. Raiders franchise, finally a bye week. What a sweet escape. 52-7 was the score of the Bengals game. 56-10 was the score of the Chiefs game. I think we can agree those are not good results. I think that's something we can agree on. Now, we do have our bye week, which means we can just take a deep breath for a second and just forget about all the pain that we've been going through for just a moment before simulating, of course. Now, I thought we'd have like some type of press conference for the bye week because they're so intent and insistent on getting us press conferences where, hey, I'm your #1 receiver and I feel like running the ball 8 times this week or else I want you to trade me. That was a fun one. I don't know if that happened. That didn't happen in Raiders franchise, but happened in the Raiders rebuild I did, which that was an interesting choice. Every year of my channel, I've typically not done a rebuild for the team I'm doing for my main franchise. This year, I'm like, let's also do it. And that was a bad idea. More rebuilds on the way soon, though. Anyway, players ready to negotiate. We want Nate Hobbs back. He's 25 years old with star development. He is one of the best players on the team, really. He is getting a little bit worse with morale because we're getting murdered every week at this point. However, at just 25 years old with star development, he is a cornerstone piece of this team. He's a building block, and he's really not very expensive. I think best case scenario long term, he ends up in the slot. For right now, he's forced to play on the outside, but a five-year deal for him is something that makes a lot of sense. He does want to be here. I'm going to try to take the money down to give us just a little bit more flexibility. If I have to take it back up in order to sign him, we'll do that at some point. But we're going to offer this contract, and Nate Hobbs is back. It's a 5-year extension that will keep him in Las Vegas for the foreseeable future, unless things really go south and we have to consider trading him. But at 6'1", 195, with good zone coverage, he's like the perfect type of player you want in Madden. We have an upgrade here for Jack Jones and a number of other players as well. I'd like to get that man coverage into the 80s. Best way to do that is to upgrade slot. His press is also extraordinarily low. I'm not sure if Jack Jones is... Ooh, no man coverage upgrade. It's like the first time I think that's ever happened. His press is really low. I'm not attached to Jack Jones long term. It is fun to make fun of the fact that he's made some awful life decisions, like robbing a Panda Express or trying to bring guns on a plane. A lot of cool things. Not really my scene, I would say, but you can't fault somebody for living their life, right? No, that is not the way that works. But we'll upgrade zone onto Cameron Richardson. I like him for the future. We get a +2 to zone coverage. He's 6'2", 195 pounds. He's played pretty well for us this year. If we get an upgrade to star dev, we might actually have something. Until that happens, though, it's going to be pretty tough to see him being a real staple of this team for the future. Tommy Eichenberg, his coverage is just terrible, and we're not really using him all that often, so we'll try to upgrade pass coverage. That's pretty good. +2 to zone, or +2 to man, +3 to zone. Some type of combination of that. That's okay, I guess. Now, I don't love, though, the Dolphins are rated a lot better than we are. 85 overall. I already know we can't account for their speed, and it's not like we can just put a faster corner on Tyreek Hill. That's not really how it works. They also have Jalen Waddle. This could be a particularly tough team. We'll see if the Dolphins try to stretch the field at all. They can probably just throw it deep every play if they wanted to go that route. We'll see if that happens. Now, we are 5-4. It's amazing we've done that well. But Tua could definitely give us some problems. He's had a really, really great season so far if you look at his passer rating at each level of the field there. I think we're going to have a tough time. And they have Jalen Ramsey, that's right. Dislocated wrist for Trayvon Merrick. All right, well, there goes our best safety. Maybe our best DB overall. So that's not great. Our team gets even worse. I already think we're going to have a problem stopping the Dolphins. And now we lose someone that actually would have helped us do that. We will start by kicking off here in Miami at Hard Rock Stadium. And we will see if we can limit the Dolphins. That's easier said than done. And I will tell you, with the shadows on the field, this actually reminds me of Dolphins franchise, which was a series I had back in Madden, I don't know, Madden 19, Madden 20, long time ago. It's hard to remember exactly which years. I do remember the franchises that I've had. Of course, I had the Giants, then Dolphins, Jaguars, Desperados in that same year, which led into Lions, Giants again, and then Falcons, and now Raiders. It's been an interesting run. Now, it does say a lot that I've done the Giants twice, but also, as Tua's going to take off here, bold call. I don't know if I've seen Tua slide before. Usually he likes to throw his head into things. Wouldn't advise for that. It's already a deep shot. Jalen Waddle burns Marcus Epps. Touchdown. Well, I don't know what we're supposed to do against that. I really don't know. It's just they got one-on-one. I mean, Jalen Waddle against a safety is bad, but they're just faster. It's either going to be Tyreek Hill or it's going to be Jalen Waddle. This time it was Jalen Waddle. All right, Gardner Minshew will take the field. We got to answer the high-scoring, high-octane output of the Miami Dolphins. We do have our own great receiver in Devontae Adams and our own quarterback without much of an arm in Gardner Minshew. We'll see if we can go ahead and get an offense going. It's a great check down to Madison. He's going to be scooped up and dropped for a loss. Let's go play action. Linebackers bit down or they're blitzing. We throw that. We can. It's Brock Bowers gets us close. 3rd and 1. We're going to try to run it here. Alexander Madison has been fairly good lately. We'll see if we can find enough space. Kind of a lot of guys in the box. Madison's going to be close. They're going to mark him just short. But on 4th and inches, we're going to go for it. We are on the 40-yard line, but, we're going to try and get it. We actually have a ton of space. There's Madison back up the middle. Outside runs are scary in those spots, but ends up working out pretty well. Bowers wide open, and it's actually a throw that lets him run after the catch. That's back-to-back first downs. More running with Alexander Madison. It's working well. We're trying to stay patient. 4 rushes for 26 yards. And when the Dolphins lose Christian Wilkins, this is his return to Miami, they lose a really, really good player that would actually help them stop whatever we're doing right now, which is kind of force-feeding Alexander Madison, which is being unusually successful at the moment. 2nd and short. Trying to get the first with Madison. He really can never go through anybody. The other team, the CPU, whoever we're playing, they get momentum. They always fall ahead, it seems. We never seem to. We're always stonewalled. Wherever we get touched, that's where we're going down. We'll try to go for it again. 4th and inches. We've come all this way. I mean, they're having a safety playing deep in the end zone. That's kind of insane. And we're completely stonewalled again. Well, all right. Calais Campbell, only 40 years old, making that play. There was a lot of congestion there. I think we probably should have tried something else. I could see the writing on the wall, even though they had a safety 30 yards off the ball. I could tell that too many guys in the box. It was going to be too tough to convert doing that, and that is basically a turnover. Turnover on downs. It is a turnover. And the Dolphins take over at their own 15. So we turn down 3 points, and we'll see what happens as a result. Now, it is important to note that we get Tyree Wilson back today. So that is a pretty awesome addition to our defensive line. He's been injured. He's missed, quite a significant amount of time. But he's back today. Under pressure, and down goes Tua. It's Malcolm Kuntz. Unfortunately, him getting injured every single game in Raiders franchise has carried over in real life, and he is out for the season. Very devastating, but it's a great play for him there. Comes in screaming off the edge, and we're going to end up with pretty awesome field position here. And getting stopped on 4th down, not really going to hurt us too badly. Amir Abdullah back to return. See if we can get an extra yard or 2 off this, but not really. Madison with a block. Michael Mayer, you could do a little bit more, buddy. Nice run for Madison, though. He's on pace to get well over 100 yards today. He's been really, really good. The Dolphins have really just had one big play, and they stopped us on 4th down. That was a big play for their defense. But other than that, I mean, Madison is you know, getting at least 5 yards to carry, it would seem. We are dominating. On 2nd and 4, that actually could set up a play-action shot, maybe over the top to Davante Adams. They don't really bite on it. We're going to take off with Gardner Minshew and slide as we get the first down. And that will take us to the end of the first quarter. Knocking on the door. Looking to tie it up. We're in prime position. Start of the second quarter. We got Mayer out in front. You didn't take the edge guy. Madison only going to get 6 there. Could have been a lot more, but 10 rushes for 55 yards is a pretty awesome start. So you had Bowers working across the formation. Now, if they're blitzing there and the right tackle doesn't pick that up, we're going to be in trouble. But it does get picked up, and that's going to be an interception. Jordan Poyer with the pick. Harrison Bryant trying to save a touchdown. That is going all the way to the house. We had 2 receivers just, I mean, really right on top of each other, so that is frustrating. Tried to throw in the run there with Minshew under pressure, and Madison was clearly not the right guy to go to. That was a mistake. Like, this is frustrating. This is, I mean, the spacing on this, they could be holding hands right now. Mayer was open, but I don't think Minshew makes that throw. I just don't. So, because he would have to throw it now, and he would have to really wind up. We'd totally get sacked. So we had to throw it short, but it needed to go to the tight end, not the running back. That's great. Well, doesn't seem like we want to win this game either. Maybe we just keep the ball on the ground. They don't really have an answer for that. There's Madison. Get to the outside. Madison past the 50. Touchdown saved by Jalen Ramsey. But Madison's going to look to have over 100 rushing yards with plenty of time to go in the second quarter. It's been a huge game so far. You wonder why we even try to pass. Well, because establishing the run sets up the play action. And that could make for some big pass plays. It hasn't happened so far. It hasn't. And it might not ever happen. There's Madison again. We'll take 3. Makes me wonder if we're going to see any Zamir White. But Madison's kind of earned the starting job. And he's showing us why today. That's the century mark. 100 rushing yards in the second quarter. And we could try to run for this again. We have Bowers in line. Decent enough block. Madison to the outside. Juking back inside. Jordan Poyer on skates. Hitting the deck. Great move for Madison. He's letting Jalen Phillips know about it. We're down 14, Alex, so let's settle down a bit, maybe. Play action pass. Almost a guaranteed interception off of it. They don't bite. It's the same play that we threw a pick on, and now we're sacked. I don't like that play. The tight end and the running back just go right on top of each other. We need something more like this. Now we're kind of forced to throw. And there's Mayer, or it's Bowers, the other tight end. Touchdown, Brock Bowers. We need to keep feeding him the ball. Meet that season goal that we established really early on in the year. That's a great throw from Gardner Minshew. And Bowers gives us 6. Bringing it back to a 1-possession game. Ooh, I don't like the angle of that extra point. Why was the meter starting pointing to the right like that? Why was it crooked? But what's interesting is the kick went perfectly straight. Is the arrow not entirely accurate? That would seem insane. We got pretty much no help over the top here. I mean, we are screwed if they try to take the top off the defense. Tyreek Hill in the slot seems unfair. We're going to rush 4 here. We are. Quick throw. And that is not one of the usual suspects. That's Odell Beckham Jr., I think. Remember him? Yeah, he's on the Dolphins now. That is right. Although has he even really played? I honestly don't know. I don't think he played against the Bills, and that was a primetime game I saw from Miami. I think he's been hurt. I don't know. Odell in like 2024. You know, he's a guy still. Miami's driving here though. 2nd and 1. We approach the 2-minute warning. Playing over the middle. Divine Diablo intercepted Tua. Easy reads. Hop on pop. Divine Diablo with the easy read. Somebody asked me in the comment section, like, why are we screaming about green eggs and ham or whatever? Yeah, easy reads, because we read it It was like easy to read it, and the children's books are easy to read. I don't know what's going on there. And that's one right there. User pick Divine Diablo. Jalen Waddle, the intended receiver on the play. And we get a big takeaway and could potentially go up off the back of it. They have just 6 in the box, meaning we should be able to run the ball on this. I like our numbers, but I don't really see much space. Madison is able to get skinny and find some, though. Gets 8. He might have 150 rushing yards in the first half. 2nd and 2. See, this box feels a little bit more scary to run against because that slot corner, I feel like, could make a play off the edge. Madison going to go back up the middle and get stonewalled. Not really a ton of extra space there. We are going to run on 3rd and short. Field position says that we should be able to do that, and we can. Would have gone for it on 4th and short, which can be hit or miss for us, as we know. Amir Abdullah checks into the game. Got a good matchup for Devontae Adams, you know. But we're going to throw out the calves of Amir Abdullah. That worked out really well. What about Zamir White into the game? I see Bowers. I don't like whatever's going on. We get sacked and lose 7. It's 3rd and long. I think we're going to go chew clock. Let's try not to give Miami a ton of time to answer. We're pretty much going to launch it deep here. It's an arm punt, or it's a big play down the field. Play action, it doesn't really do anything for us. Launch it up for Devontae Adams. Cannot make the play, and we will punt. It's going to be a pretty good punt as well. Yeah, I like that. That's a beauty. It's been a while since we uncorked a real bomb, but Miami pinned on the 2. What a punt from A.J. Cole. Miami needs to go 98 yards for a touchdown. They have 40 seconds and 3 timeouts to do it. This is typically where we allow a 98-yard rushing touchdown. Fullback gets the give. We're not really able to tackle him. That's not new or unusual. There's actually a chance we get the football back here. Oh, there it is! Safety! Malcolm Kuntz for the 2nd time. Brings down Tua Tagovailoa. If we can't score on offense, that actually is a pretty nice way to score. We only get 2 points, but we also get the football back and a chance to score before the half. Tua tries to go to the flat. Football came out way after the play, but that is a safety. I mean, that was actually somewhat close on the fumble. I'll take the safety in the football, though. Not a bad result. And this is a safety punt nowadays, right? Kind of a weird kickoff, but okay. I don't know. I don't really think I like the new kickoff rules. I don't like having to declare an onside kick. I don't know. It feels like a change that didn't need to be made. Now, you could also make the argument we don't need to kick off at all, as Gardner Minshew finds Jacoby Myers for a nice gain. But I don't know. I'm conflicted about it. I kind of like the way football was. Maybe I'm in the minority there, but I feel like it was pretty good. Oh, I just got confused with the route for Brock Bowers. I thought Devontae Adams was running out. It's another interception for Gardner Minshew. I'm at the top of my game right now. There's nothing like it. You know what? It just feels so good to be dialed in and in my element. Playing some great football. We do get 2 points from the safety, though, so there's that. Big hit, Brandon Faceyson. Timeout, Miami. They have 10 seconds to go. We're just going to try to not get beat deep down the field. We're going to back everybody up. It is man coverage, but, I mean, we have basically Jalen Waddle bracketed for now. They're going to check down. Should be there with Spillane. Miami calls their final timeout. Jack Jones. Typically don't see him trying to make tackles, but made one there. And this should be the final play of the first half. No timeouts for Miami. 5 seconds to play. Just get deep. Do not let Waddle or Tyreek Hill burn you. I mean, they found some kind of single coverage for Waddle. And they're going to throw back towards Tyreek Hill. That's amazing that can be completed. And that will be the first half. 14-9. At least we're not on pace to allow 50-plus points again. That was a very interesting half. I don't even know what we can do. Their offense hasn't even looked good. We do start the second half with the football. Let's run the ball. Passing has been a disaster, which is not, again, unusual for me, as Jason Sanders will lay out Amir Abdullah. Shades of Pat McAfee on Trindon Holiday. What was that? And all right, I guess that's not an outside run. We're supposed to get a boost from doing that. I guess it's inside zone, but it's like... I guess we can't run inside if we focus on running outside. How about a 2nd and 13 run, my favorite? It's going to work. Madison gets the edge. He picks up a big gain. Brings up 3rd and short. We're not going to be able to run inside at all. So it's going to be only outside runs for the rest of the game. Bowers pick up a block. We need our guards to be good. Madison actually falls ahead and gets the first. Brock Bowers injured on the play. Might see increased usage for Michael Mayer now, but obviously Brock Bowers being injured would be devastating, and we cannot escape. Is that Bradley Chubb? Sure was. Just can't get sacked there. Gardner Minshew, Vanilla Vic with the scramble and the first down. Just fast enough. Brock Bowers going to check back into the game. Do want him on the field. I'm not sure we've thrown to Devontae Adams more than just on that deep shot. But I haven't really seen opportunities for him so far as we're sacked on that play. Not quite fast enough on that occasion. Oh, Trey Tucker with a nice move after the catch. Trey Tucker could be loose. Zach Seiler saves a touchdown. Oh my goodness, how is he making the play down the field like that? Hit Trey Tucker underneath. He made a nice move to evade the first tackler and then just kind of was slippery down the field and was able to keep going. It's a really nice move, and it could have been a lot more. I'll tell you what, though, something I'm thinking about, and maybe it's a Gardner Minshew issue. I feel like we're able to hit Madison there. He actually breaks a tackle, but doesn't get anything extra. I feel like Devontae Adams does not feel like one of the best receivers. Is he open all that often? I know I miss him probably a lot, but he doesn't feel like he's open like he should be. And we're never able to make contested catches with him. So I don't really know what we can do other than just put him on a crossing route and hope he gets open. This is typically the only way we get him the football. And can anybody not do that? Does it need to be Devontae Adams? That's my thing with Madden. I feel like, for me, I only ever feel comfortable throwing crossing routes because they get super open. Nothing else really ever seems to for me. If I try to throw any type of a comeback route, or I'll say curls, comebacks can get open sometimes. Curls are never open. For me, slants are never open. I feel like the timing never works out, or the safety is always creeping up to play the slant whenever I play it. There's a slant, though, and Devontae Adams touchdown. I guess sometimes just throw it no matter what and hope for the best, and that's what we did, and that's what happened. Devontae Adams touchdown. Finally. We don't say that very often this series, I would say, but we'll take the lead over Miami, and we'll go for 2 to make it a field goal game. Let's put Devontae Adams on a slant again and see if they cover it. Nope, that's not really a window there, and this could actually go back the other way. Minshew cannot save the touchdown. Javon Holland could have a pick 2. Trey Tucker, please! Saves us. We still have the lead. Well, all right. Playing with a lead feels so unusual. Ooh, this is a bad matchup. What are they doing here? Crazy motion. And they go back across, and it's dropped by Odell Beckham Jr. That might have been a crazy good play for Miami. They ran cheat motion, which is kind of like a little bit of an orbit motion action. And they're actually going to send Tyreek Hill back again. Got to be aware of that. And they use it to get the ball to the running back, Devon Achane. Another weird thing with his name. It's spelled Achane. It was pronounced Achane in college, but he says it's Achane. And I feel like people made the adjustment for that last year calling him Achane. And now I hear people calling him Achane again. I don't think he changed back. How is Tyreek Hill still up? We'll force a punt in the waning moments of the third quarter. Looking for our 6th win. We are 1 quarter away. Touchdown here would be very good. Would we go for 2 if we got it? To make it a 2-possession game, and if not, it still stays a 7-point game. I would consider it, actually. Is that crazy? Because you're forcing them to go for 2, right? But is that more valuable than making it a 2-possession game where they simply can't win? I could have sworn I called a stretch. I mean, I was positive I clicked the button for a stretch run in there in the playbook. I have no idea how that was, like, stick or whatever that was. And we're going to have to punt. That play being a pass on 2nd down completely derailed the entire drive. Tua keeps it. Throws down the field. Spillane is there. And they're going to call that incomplete. Jonnu Smith actually made that pretty close. No challenge flag comes out, though. It'll be 2nd and 10 for the Dolphins. 7:42 to play. Quick throw outside. We got to play the angle better. Spillane is able to grab the ankles of Jonnu Smith. Is that Tua's favorite target? They really have not gone to Tyreek Hill very much. They have not gone to Jalen Waddle very much outside of, like, the first play. What are they doing? This is the thing. I feel like the Madden CPU is so stupid as Isaiah Polamau comes away with the ball. Interception with a chance for a big return. Will this one be coming back, though? Indeed it will be. Illegal contact on Divine Diablo erases the interception and gives the Dolphins not only another chance, but a fresh set of downs. We were Divine Diablo. That's the illegal contact! Dude. This game is terrible. That's the illegal contact. Yeah, honestly, eject him. Suspend him from the league. That was a disgusting act. He basically tries to murder Jonnu Smith. Oh, this is rigged. Oh my God, is this rigged? This is where it falls apart. That's pretty insane. But what's new, dude? What's new? Playing over the middle. There's Tyreek Hill. It's about time they threw him the football. Creeping up with Diablo. Throw to the flat. Richardson's there, but the pass is caught. Staying over the middle. It's over Diablo. Caught by Beckham. He's into the end zone. Dolphins on top. See if they go for 2, and they will. Make it a 7-point game if successful. We're actually not going to blitz with Bernie. We're just going to stay in and try to defend the run if they go that way, or otherwise cause congestion, and down goes to a Robert Spillane. We'll keep it at a 5-point game. 5:45 on the clock. We could take down the entire rest of the 4th quarter. That's a possibility. Good change of direction there, and Abdullah's hurt. No gain for Madison on the 1st down. Try to get him the football here on 2nd down via the screen. And that is not a pickup on the block at all. 68 completely hangs us out to dry. That is the center, Andre James. That is insane. That was not successful. Here's 3rd and 10. Get it out for Devontae Adams. He's getting bumped. He never has position. And we'll be forced to punt. I mean, what choice do we have? Interception! It's dropped! No! Please! Oh, we're right back in it if you just catch the ball. He's playing defense for a reason. I mean, it's so true. 3rd and 7. We know they're going to pass here. Got to be aware of Tyreek Hill. Tua throwing deep down the middle. Isaiah, pull him out, gets a 2nd chance. This one, they're not going to call back. Big time interception. Tua trying to stretch the field for Jalen Waddle. Does not have the arm. Should be the 2nd interception for Isaiah Polamau. Got absolutely cheated out of the 1st one. This now needs to be the final drive of the game. 3:37 on the clock. Please run the ball well. We just can't do it. 2nd and 10 working off play action. Wide open is Brock Bowers. Good enough. Throw from Gardner Minshew. Great block from Jacoby Myers down the field. And that's a really big play for the offense. Needed that very badly. We're not going to be able to run inside because our like style or whatever was, oh, we can't run inside the entire half now, because I wanted to run outside. And every run is some type of inside run. That was actually okay, though. 2nd and 4. Give us a block. Madison with some big-time strength. I don't even know how he's not able to accelerate through that hole, though. Felt like there was a ton of space. Step up with Minshew. We're going to slide after a gain of 6. And now I think we have to turn on shoot clock. Don't want to give Miami any time to answer. We know what we're playing for already. We need a touchdown. Wide open over the middle, Jacoby Myers. Nice spin move. He gets us the first. Now maybe shoot clock can come off. We just needed to erase, you know, like 40 seconds of game time, and essentially what we do. I don't really like Bowers on this. We have to throw it away. We need just easy throws over the middle, and that's why mesh is so great, because these are very makeable throws for Gardner Minshew most of the time. We'll check down to Madison, but we can't get any momentum. He can't get anything after the catch, despite there being a lot of space after the catch at first glance. 3rd and 8. A massive 3rd down. Bowers had space. We're throwing for Trey Tucker, who catches it and dives into the end zone. Touchdown, Trey Tucker. Massive 3rd down conversion leads to the score. We'll, of course, go for 2 to make it a field goal game. But there's a lot of time on the clock. Way too much time on the clock. I tried to go down at the 1, in fact, which is playing another scary game, but at least we score. And that's Trey Tucker again. This time he drops it. It's a linebacker in coverage. Anthony Walker Jr. is able to keep up with Trey Tucker across the field and break up the catch. All right, we are up by 1. 39 seconds to play. Miami with all of their timeouts. Raheem Mostert is returning kicks for them. Okay, well, we got to go too high here. Got to try to limit the big play. We're going to back our corners up. It's going to be more cheat motion from Miami. We know it's going to be play action in that spot. There's Tyreek. Keep him in bounds. Let him waste timeouts. There's the first one. And we're going to have 15-yard drops on our flats there. So those clouds are going to play pretty deep, and that's what we want. We want the help over the top. We basically want all these deep zones on the field. They want to check down. It's going to be over the middle of the field, and that's pretty much it. It's Tampa 2 for the rest of the game. Good luck. Now, they can get into field goal range and beat us. They can totally do that. But we're going to try and limit the big play. That's what we're doing. Tua choosing to scramble, and he will! Big hit, Spillane. Final timeout called by Miami. They only had 2 legitimate routes on the field there. That's crazy. If we can just keep them in bounds, we're going to win the game. 10 seconds to play, 3rd and 4. I mean, their best chance here is some type of out or corner route that gets near the 40. Need a 15 or 20 yard play. And I'm not sure they're going to get it. We're carrying that deep down the field. It's going to be one final shot to the end zone. That's all they can do. Miami no longer has a chance to play for 3. Our defense held up strong. And I'll tell you what, I don't think Tua has the arm to get it to the end zone. He really shouldn't. He really shouldn't. He's going to check down, and it's intercepted by Jacorian Bennett. Tyreek Hill trying to save a touchdown. Bennett should just go down, but he wants to run it up. Pick 6 to end it. The speedy corner out of Maryland ran to the 4.2s at the combine and showed all types of speed on the game-winning pick 6 to upset the Dolphins here in Miami. What is Tua doing? He loves throwing to Jonnu Smith. We know the CPU loves throwing to tight ends. 27-20 is your final. Miami had a real chance there at the end, but our defense holds strong. Tua, I mean, you could see his confidence in his arm. It's actually non-existent. We threw far too many interceptions in this game at 2, but Tua threw 3. Very interesting game here. We really established the run. I mean, Alexander Mattison goes 27 for 164. No touchdowns, though. Minshew is actually very effective on the ground today as well. And then receiving, nobody did really anything special at all. 4 for 69 for Bowers. Touchdowns for Adams and Trey Tucker. We're just not really much of a passing team at this juncture. 3 TFLs and 2 sacks for Malcolm Kuntz. Also a TFL for Tyree Wilson. And picks for Jacorian Bennett, Divine Diablo, and Isaiah Polamau, who should have had 2, in fact. Again, we got cheated, but a big win. Wow, Minshew Mania with an upgrade as well. Got to go strong arm, because Minshew has the strongest arm in the league. We get no throw power boost. It will remain at 87. Ooh, this is a fun game. Does Tua have plus or minus? I'll put the line at 87.5 throw power. I'm going to say they probably gave him a bit more, or he got upgraded over the season. I think it's probably 88, would be my guess. Let's see. Tua Tagovailoa has 87 throw power. It was a great line at 87.5. If you took the under, you're a winner. And you also can be with code Bengal on Underdog. Use code Bengal. We'll square off against the Broncos division matchup in Week 12. Should be a fun one. Broncos only 3-8. We could be looking to go 7-4 following a win there. But that's going to do it for this episode, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Take it easy.